We want to switch over now to an eyewitness of the shooting who is there in Munich. Victor Wood was actually leaving the mall at the time of the shooting. Victor, are you with us on the phone?
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much for your patience waiting around to talk with us. What did you see?
Well, we were leaving by the side entrance. It's more what we heard rather than what we saw. If you can imagine for a moment, the mall is an L shape with the main entrance at the bend in the L. That's where the attack took place. We were coming out at the side, which is at the end of that small part of the L. As we left the building, we heard gunshots, and it sounded to me like it was an automatic weapon at first. That was about 5 to 6 local time. When we arrived at our local station, which is about 2 miles away, there were loads of police and fire and ambulance passing by. And then that's when it was confirmed in my mind that something had happened. Obviously, the sound of gunfire in the city is not normal, but it does leave you wondering what it was at first.
Can I ask you, how many shots do you think you heard?
I heard probably between 15 and 20, but then we were underground after that, so we obviously didn't hear any more. In the underground station itself, it was quiet. I think most people weren't aware there was anything going on. And just before our train came, which was one of the last ones, then people started coming in and there was a lot more noise. So obviously then it was people who had been closer to what had been happening.
Forgive me for jumping to conclusions, but are you British?
I'm British, yes.
Yeah,
I've been living in Munich those 27 years.
For 27 years, and so
yeah.
you heard the shots and you went into the underground. Did you do so because of the shots, or were you on the way to the underground anyway?
We were about to go home anyway, and the underground is right next to the exit. But you
were concerned, I take it?
Yes, of course. There's a certain amount of panic because, I mean, gunshots are not normal in the city over here in Europe. And there's a certain amount of, if you like, fear, uncertainty and doubt about what you should do.
That's really it, isn't it? In those situations, there's doubt about where to go, where you can be safe, what you should do. Where did your thoughts run at that moment? Was it just simply, I want to get away from the sound, or was it, there's something terrible happening? Tell me what your thought process was then.
A bit of confusion, obviously, because it's not normal. Also, you know, what should we do? Should we stay here? Is the gunshots coming from the underground, or is it a reflection off a building? Is it simply letting off fireworks? There's these sort of things go through your head in a flash. Now, I work for an American company, and just recently they sent us a security briefing about what to do in case of an attack on one of the stores. So obviously that was fresh, and so I was looking at that stage for my exit possibilities.
That's amazing to me. Your company sent you information about how to react in cases of attacks like this. That kind of just tells you that is the world we live in.
Unfortunately, yes, and I don't think it's really a great deal different to what it was back in the 60s or the 70s, when in the UK, for example, we had the Irish Republican Army attacking UK, or the Red Army faction here in Germany. Unfortunately, these things are in human nature. They've been going on since the dawn of civilization, and they'll probably always continue until we kill each other off.
Just life.
Fact of life, yes. But there's those people who have been killed and their families. There's confirmed 6 people dead.
Oh.
And in a shopping centre. I mean, it was a Friday evening. As you can imagine, a lot of people were going shopping for their weekend. In the second floor of the mall, there was like a chess thing going on with lots of kids.
Yeah.
The mall was fairly full.
And where are you now? Are you back home and safe?
Yes, I'm back home. It's about 2 miles away from the store. But I don't know what you can hear in the background. There's still a lot of emergency services going past. They've got the thermal imaging out on the helicopters because they're still trying to find these people.
And it's dark there now, I assume?
Yes, it is. It's very dark. There is a lot of things going on Twitter at the moment for people who need refuge. There's a hashtag open door.
Right.
So I think that's worth mentioning, and maybe as another thought for those people who were involved over Facebook, they've got the safety status. If people can set that, it would be good.
Yeah, you know, it's very interesting that we've been following the whole hashtag open door, but the police sent out a warning that with potentially three gunmen on the run, to be careful who you let in. That you know you might be sheltering one of the gunmen.
Yeah, that was my thought as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've decided not to do that, except for people who we know personally who might want to get in contact.
Yeah, or who are discernibly not, you know, people who have bad intent. Victor Wood, I can't thank you enough for your time and your insight. Thank you, and I'm very glad that you and yours are safe.
You're welcome.